Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and just a reminder that Link2's having their Members Week. Link2, $5,000 minimum. The minimum investment for Ripple and Link2 is going to be $5,000. It's typically $10,000. That's $5,000 for Ripple and $5,000 for Link2 investments. Plus, members receive $1,000 of XRP drop bonus when they invest in both. So there you go. That'll be the link to that'll be in the top of the description of this video. Now, you got to see this, folks. This is Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. He's at the SALT conference in the Bahamas, and he says that he's read the legislation for stable coins, okay? And it's very reasonable. And part of the legislation is that if somebody issues a stable coin, it'll have to be audited every 30 months. My question is, why is here we have a crypto industry where apparently they want Ethereum to be some foundation trust layer, but Ethereum is not subject to the same audit. Nobody wants to have audit. Nobody wants to have an audit of the Ethereum ICO, even though Joseph Lubin says he helped disguise whales in the ICO. The reason this is so important is because they're selling this as being this decentralized, trustless foundation. Well, I would think that you would want an audit of that more than anything. So listen to what he says here. This is about stable coins, and my question is, why would you not apply the same reasonable legislation to Ethereum? Well, let me hit the old refresh button.
I'd like to, and I've read both bills, so I'm just give you a Cole's notes on what the Toomey bill and the Haggerty bill say about stable coins. Not just USDC, all stable coins. It's very simple. The Haggerty bill is 2 pages. Every senator can read 2 pages. And so the point is, they're asking for an audit every 30 days. What's wrong with that? Nothing. In fact, that would make you feel more confident about the asset. And secondly, they would like to have no underlying asset have a duration of longer than 12 months. No problem with that, right, Jeremy? That's not a big problem.
And by the way, he's sitting beside Jeremy Allaire, who just a handful of days ago was sitting beside Brad Garlinghouse in Davos. This may have taken place, in fact, I think this may have taken place before Davos. So the next few days after this, he's sitting beside Brad Garlinghouse in Davos. Now, Crypto Cowboy is on it as usual. This guy has really risen lately. You have to wonder if TAIG created a second Twitter handle and named himself Cowboy Crypto. I'm just kidding. Patrick Doody, okay, remember Patrick Doody is the SEC expert that we've now found out has all kinds of ties to people that make him where he's not independent in any way, shape, or form. Patrick Doody is partner at LilyPad Capital. His partner at LilyPad Capital is Joseph Alberts. Joseph is ex-partner at Latham Watkins, who just happens to be the underwriter counsel for Simpson Thacher on numerous high-profile IPOs, including Alibaba and Airbnb. Check this out, folks. You got to see this. Sometimes you just have to yell and ask people if they want you to draw a picture. They have drawn a picture just like the way my 9-year-old draws pictures for us. Here's an inconclusive diagram of some interesting connections that this SEC independent expert witness, Patrick Doody, and his crypto investor partner have. Look at this. They're partners in these two guys are partners in LilyPad Capital. Joseph Albert is employed by Huggins Redden. The SEC funded Integra, which he's a part of. And then this apparently leads to here. But then Joseph Albert, who he's a partner with on LilyPad Capital, is employed by LW, which is in partnership with Consensus. And then also he's hooked up with Simpson Thacher, Alibaba, Sullivan, Cromwell. What is going on? Where is the SEC? Where is the DOJ? Where is the FBI? What is going on in the United States of America? I'll continue to ask that. That is one hell of a diagram. Now, Michael Saylor, who is the preeminent Bitcoin maxi, was on Tucker Carlson. Listen to this. Let me do the refresh so you can listen to this.
Well, one of the biggest investors in Bitcoin is called Michael Saylor. We talked to him before. He's co-founded and now still runs MicroStrategy. Michael Saylor joins us tonight with an update on how he's feeling about Bitcoin markets. Michael, thanks so much for coming on. So you're the voice that people who are interested in this topic listen to, I think, most carefully. How are you feeling about Bitcoin?
Look, Bitcoin's the most certain thing in a very uncertain world. You know, and in a market full of chaos and sound and fury, people need a safe place to stand apart from the intervention of a government, an agency, or a corporation. So Bitcoin represents a fair, open, equitable network with a very simple promise to anyone that wants to join, which is what you own is yours and no one's going to take it away from you.
Do you think that one of the ideas behind Bitcoin was that it wouldn't be directly correlated to the equities market? So if the S&P dropped, Bitcoin wouldn't. Are we going to see that?
Well, you know, in these markets right now, there's no simple place to hide. All the indexes are in bear market territory. Bonds don't represent a safe refuge because they're currency derivatives.
Now, folks, I want to comment on this because some of the things he's saying I agree with. But I want to comment on this. In the financial crisis, everything went down. It didn't matter if it was a good asset. And that's what happens a lot of times in these type of things. And so the smart move, which is what I do, is knowing what, because if everything goes down when you have a collapse or a downturn in the market overall, if everything goes down temporarily, that's the key word, the smart people, I consider myself to be in that group, the smart people are going to be accumulating what they know are the things that are going down and it doesn't make sense that they're going down. In other words, the good investments, when they go down like this, all it means is that you're able to buy them on the cheap. And that is what I do. So,
stocks have to grow their cash flows faster than the inflation rate. But if you zoom out 2 years, since the beginning of the COVID crisis, you notice the U.S. money supply has expanded 36%. Gold is up 7%. The S&P index is up 29%. The Nasdaq's only up 19%.
Nice gold tie, by the way.
Bitcoin's up 229%. So if you can stomach the volatility and you take the long view, you've got a safe haven there.
So, I mean, I guess the simplest measure of how you feel is what you're doing. What are you doing with Bitcoin right now? Are you buying or selling?
Whenever I have some spare cash, we buy more Bitcoin. Yeah, we're taking a very, very long view toward this. The network's only getting better. Adoption is improving. Very constructive regulation is coming out of D.C. And the Lightning Network is moving us closer to Satoshi's promise of letting everybody in the world trade with each other at the speed of light in a fair and equitable fashion.
So you're buying?
Yeah, I'll be buying at the top forever. Right? The maximalists believe Bitcoin's an instrument of economic empowerment. I'm not trying to time in the market.
Right.
I just want to be in it.
I always want to know what people are doing, not what they're saying. So that really tells the story. Michael Saylor, great to see you.
Just a brief thing. He says the Lightning Network changes everything. XRP is a Lightning Network. That's what's so crazy about all of this Lightning Network stuff is regardless of whether it works or not, XRP is a Lightning Network. And these people don't ever want to bring that up. Okay. Mike Jansen, who created my intro and outro, and he's an announcer, he's the announcer for the Indianapolis Colts, sent me this video. This is, I'm drawing a blank on her name. Lynette Zhang, is it Lynette? I think that's her name. But anyway, this is a great clip. She's talking about gold. I may have played this for you before, but I just couldn't remember. This is worth hearing over and over, also because of what this person says. $13,500 gold, XRP, silver, XLM. I agree.
So since gold is real money, good money, and dollars, yuan, yen, whatever, is government-based money, the way to know how much this would go to, an ounce of gold would go to during a reset, I do it really simply because I'm not going to get you to the penny, and I don't care anyway about that, is you take all of the debt that's been created, because that's how dollars are created, or any government-based money is created by debt. And you can use that as a proxy for actually how much currency and how much fiat money has been created, because they've taken that data away from us. And then you divide it by all the gold that exists in the whole wide world, whether it's in ground or it's above ground, because gold is indestructible. And that, the last time I checked, it'll be higher now because there's more debt, but the last time I checked, that was like $13,500. So is spot trading around, 1940, 60, 80, 2,000, 5,000 even, right? It's a bargain.
You're darn right about that, and that's why I keep buying it. Billionaire Tim Draper doubles down on $250,000 Bitcoin prediction. He says in a new interview, by the end of this year or early next year, Bitcoin will hit a price of $250,000 this year. That's news right there. This year. Wow. Okay, now this is interesting. We've got the CFTC, one of the commissioners at the CFTC has written an op-ed with Hester Pierce at the SEC. Now these are people that are talking reasonable things. Cooperation is essential to pragmatic crypto regulation. We're calling on our agencies to hold a joint set of public roundtables in light of market events on how to regulate crypto responsibly. Imagine that. Not having secret closed-door meetings. Imagine having a public meeting with the SEC and the CFTC instead of what they did back in 2018 when they got together and had a closed-door meeting with people from the Brooklyn Project to get Ethereum a free pass. Imagine that you have in public, you have meetings and you work out this. Imagine that Gary Gensler, instead of trying to work on behalf of JP Morgan and the boys and Goldman Sachs, that he actually works in the public's interest and does something like this instead of having a secret agenda behind closed doors. Imagine that. Now, look at Ripple. Ripple put this out about their engineers. Listen.
I haven't personally worked with a crypto background in the past.
One question I hear sometimes is, how much cryptocurrency knowledge do you have to be an engineer at Ripple? And the answer is zero. That adaptability, that willingness to learn new things is much more important than any other specific space knowledge.
The problems we solve in crypto and at Ripple and blockchain in general, everything is new.
You're not going to feel like a small cog in a big machine, which was something that I was afraid would happen at a big company.
I do feel like Ripple does give me that opportunity of becoming a better data scientist, becoming better at what I do.
Managers that are several levels above me, they listen to me and I can see even the things I say shape their thoughts and their opinions and the path forward.
I think as a new employee at Ripple, one of the great opportunities you have is we're still kind of a startup. We're not this huge company yet. And you really can come in and drive a huge impact.
Engineers shape the products. They shape the architecture. They're not here just around implementation.
You really are in charge of your own career here. We want engineers to come and really build the future.
Now, I noticed this here from XRP Crypto Wolf. Anyone else wondering if Ripple employees think the XRP Army is crazy? Well, let me tell you this, XRP Crypto Wolf. I think that's possible until that SEC lawsuit dropped. You know what I believe? I believe that when I believe people had no idea just how powerful a decentralized justice social media would be, when it's really all, you can say what you want, call it an army, call it a whatever, community, whatever. But what it really is, what it really is? What it really is pissed off fathers and mothers that are just doing things to better their families' lives. And when corruption and things enter into that, after a while, people have had enough. And it just so happens there's a large group of them in social media that decided that they would take matters into their own hands and start exposing these people for what they are. And so what I'm getting to here is, Maybe they do think we're crazy, but you know what? I guarantee you they take us serious now. A lot of people do. Ripple also tweeted this: if you're sticking close to home for a long weekend, why not spend a little time looking for ways to launch your career in crypto? Ripple post, I want you to look at this and tell me if these job postings, and by the way, one of the major words, words mean things, and you'll see the word liquidity over and over and over as I scroll through all of these jobs. But ask yourself, as I scroll through these jobs, does this look like a company that's worried about Gary Gensler? This looks like a company who's ready to kick some ass, or a word, as my 9-year-old says to me. I did notice one job in here that I thought was interesting. If you look down, I think it was right here, physical security, senior intelligence and threat mitigation analyst. That's kind of creepy. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that Ripple is, boy, are they hiring. Look at that. I mean, it's everywhere.